This is my 1996 Yamaha JOG. This JOG is fully built up with a Stage 6 Racing 70cc kit, a Yasuni City 16 pipe, V4 style reeds in here, Stage 6 crank, but this thing is absolutely filthy right now. We have a Malossi shock in here. We also went ahead and did a whole headset swap with this thing, going to like the Euro spec or JDM spec, whatever you want to call it. Got rid of the big old US style headset on here.
Brother,
And most importantly, found the actual correct purple backing that was very, very hard to find for this style headset. This thing was so dialed in when we finished the build on it, and most of you guys probably haven't even seen this scooter unless you followed the build series, because we haven't really done anything on it since we did that build. It is just so lightweight. It's not really a fun wheelie bike because of the small seat here, and it is just so fast for what it is. It is kind of a very specific bike to ride, but today we're bringing this JOG out and we have something cool to try. We're gonna put some race gas in this JOG.
A scooter bursting into flames. Fire rescue and tow truck drivers responded.
And see if we can't get a little bit of power on just changing our fuel for this bike. But first things first, let's make sure this thing still runs. This thing's smoking out the whole garage right now. It's been a while. Still sounds so good though. Oh my god. The tires are kind of flat though. The tunage hitting on this thing still. I don't know how this carburetor is not more gunked up from sitting. She started right up, so. All right, we're gonna have some fun with the JOG today, but we need to put some air in these tires and get this thing prepped, and let's go get some race gas.
We rode our bikes down broken streets. We chased the sun, chased the sun. The day was great, we made it shine. And you were mine. The world outside can fall apart. I don't care.
As you can see here, we have our VP racing fuel. This is T2 Plus, and T2 Plus is actually pre-mixed gas. Since it is for 2-strokes, it already has oil mixed in with the gas. I will be adding a little bit of oil because this is pre-mixed actually to a 40-to-1 ratio. I typically run the 32-to-1 on these bikes, so I'll probably add a little bit less than an ounce in on a gallon when we do this. Throw it in there just to be a little bit safer on my build. But this 5-gallon drum here was $104, which, what does that equal to gallons? Divided by 5, 20, 40, a little bit more than $20 a gallon. 105 octane, doesn't have ethanol, and that's what's most important. All our fuel that we get from pumps is full of ethanol, and that's pretty much why your carbs get clogged. This obviously is gonna help keep those carb jets opened up, but it's supposed to burn a lot better. VP claims that just adding this fuel alone on a high compression 2-stroke engine can add about 2 horsepower more. With something like this, where we're only around like 20 horsepower with this Stage 6 racing cylinder on here, that would mean that we're able to gain about 10% more power with this, which should be obviously noticeable when riding this bike. So we're gonna get the draggy, we're gonna go test this thing out and kind of to see probably more on the 0 to 60s and then just overall how it feels and see if we notice a difference in running race fuel in our bike. Just look at the labels on the back of this thing though. This thing's about to eat, boy. It is time to go load this thing up and see what this JOG's about to do. I honestly did not even check how much gas we still had in here. Oh, we don't have too much in there. Awesome. Perfect. Might be able to just run it out. I did bring all the tools to drain the line if we have to. All right, boys, so basically the plan is pretty simple today. You got VP racing fuel tucked back here in the shade. Supposedly, this gives you about 2 horsepower more, typically on any high-performance 2-stroke engine. It's nothing too special on a stock engine. It's more of like a higher compression style fuel, 105 octanes. Right now, we have 91 octane, which is the highest pump fuel that we can get, at least where I live. A lot more octane, no ethanol. Let's see what it does. We got a bunch of construction going on here behind us, and we're solo dolo mission out here today. Pretty simple. We're gonna use our Draggy here, which I get asked in every single video, what app do I use to track my GPS? This is a Draggy. It's not just an app. You have to buy this magnetic GPS tracker right here, then a Bluetooth to your app. Right here, the Draggy is one of the most accurate GPS trackings. You can get 0 to 60, you can get your 1,000 foot, you can get quarter mile, eighth mile, everything that you see we do on our videos. So very simple. We're gonna mess around and have some fun on it, obviously, but we're gonna do a test run, mostly focused on the 0 to 60, because we're supposed to have a lot of performance, a lot of noticeable kick-in power with this higher octane fuel here. So obviously we might gain a little bit in top end, but top end on these scooters is 90% of the time more on the gearing. What we're kind of focused on is like bottom to mid and overall how the bike is just running in general. We're not tuning this thing. Typically when you run race fuel like this, you might have to tune things different because of the higher octane. That's enough talking, boys. Let's start this thing up and see what it's got. It's been a while since we rode the Jog. Leave a comment right now before you finish watching this video. What do you think is gonna happen? Will it be faster? Will it blow up? Uh-oh. I think this is a bike being delivered right now. This is not good. Not good timing. Yeah.
Call, letting you know I should be there in the next 30 to 40 minutes to drop off. I think it's a scooter.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Should be there shortly, man. Okay, sounds good, man. I'll go ahead and do that.
All right. Thank you.
No worries.
Bye. It always works out like that. I was waiting around all day for that package. Go out here to try to film real quick, and then now they want to say it's being delivered, bro. We got a new bike on the way. It's not an e-bike this time. It's actually a gas bike. It's a scooter too, so I think you guys are gonna be pretty stoked on that. Stay tuned. You'll see it in the next few videos. The Jog is just so freaking crazy in the front end. Oh man, it's woo! We got the crosswind like crazy up here. I don't know why I keep coming to this spot, man. I say it every time we do a speed run here. The crosswind here is just gnarly at this spot. At the spot where the road's a little lower than the sides right here on the dirt, it's nice. You hit that open spot, man, when that wind hits you, it rips you sideways. It's gnarly. The Jog is scary how the front end comes up. Just floats, dude. I'm like idle. Woo! I had to let off. Oh! Front end ripped up, dude. I was leaning all the way forward too. We're mostly looking for the 0 to 60, so this bike probably hits about 70, low 70s right now if I want to keep it pinned. It's a ripper though. Videos do no justice, bro. We don't have much fuel in there. I feel like we can almost just, without having to drain it, dude. That one was a very, very terrible start, so. God, man, it's so hard. The brakes. Is this dual drum brake? Holy smokes, the brakes suck on these things. Oh my god, it's still dual drum. We didn't even put a disc on this. Brakes are definitely not the best on the Jog. Oh, we're out of gas. You heard that? That front end slip. Oh. Okay. We'll kill it. 0 to 60, 11 seconds on the last one. And then the first one we did was probably the best one we did. Yeah, 10.8 for 60 seconds. Not the best drag racer over here. I'm not claiming to be a jockey. Man, I looked at that start. I was like, what the hell? I'm putting all my weight forward though. This thing is just, seat is tiny on here. So you can really only kind of, you know, move so much more forward. We're letting every bit of gas run out of there because it just kind of fired up again. The tank on these, the pickup point's kind of further. on the front, so when I was wheeling it was cutting it out. But there is still a little tiny bit of fuel in there, so let's see if we can't get it all out right now. Oh, now she's out of fuel. All right, boys, time for some race gas. Oh my god! Oh god, that's like $6. Oh, every little splash is like at least 50 cents. Doesn't have an air vent. Wow, this stuff is getting me high. Alright, we're going with like an extra half ounce. I have to, for good measure. Alright, we now have race gas in our jog. Let's ride it around a little bit, you know, let it get through it, and then we'll hit a test. I think I can smell it already. Oh, I smell it now. Oh, it smells so good. It has like a whole aroma in the air right now. It's not like an oily smell like you smell with the two-stroke oil. It's like a fuel smell. You know, usually I run clots, so you can smell like the clots in the air. This smells like when you're at like a freaking NHRA race, bro. My idle dropped really low. Is that normal? Is it normal for your idle to drop lower on race gas, bro? Because burning cooler, maybe? Wow, it smells like a freaking drag strip. The idle is so much lower though, like noticeably lower. It's about to stall. I can't even reach the carb in this bike either too. That's the worst part. Obviously, very low idle, just stalled on its own. Hasn't done that all day. Kind of sounds a little boggier. Wow, does it smell different though. Okay. Wait a minute. This thing just revs to the moon, dude. I don't even remember when we built this thing, if we did gears or what we did on this thing, but it can definitely use a little bit more of a heavier CVT setup or something to keep that front end down. Here goes nothing, boys. First draggy test with race gas. I might be tripping, but it feels way faster. Holy smokes! Am I tripping? Whoa! Hold on. Hold on. What did we just hit? That was our fastest 0 to 60. That was half a second faster than the first run we did. The first run we did when we pulled the bike out the truck with the coldest motor setup. Earlier today, we hit the 10.8. We're gonna have to hit a couple more to be like consistently sure. That could have been a good start on that one. That one definitely felt different. Like noticeably felt different. It sounds different. It sounds like it revs higher. Am I tripping? Sounds like a little bit more boggy on the blip, I'm not gonna lie. And that's kind of why probably the idle dropped. And maybe there's more oxygen in the fuel. Does that play a part too? Does that make it leaner? Oh man, science, boys. Terrible start. Terrible start. Oh my god, it's ripping. Holy smokes, dude. No, it's ripping. The whole bike is shaking right now. That thing is ripping through the mid. Bottom end, I'm gonna be honest, it kind of seems a little bit more boggy, which makes sense. You do have to tune for race gas. Oh my god, when that mid kicks in, we're still below our fastest. That was the most terrible start we had of the day, honestly, and it was 0 to 60 was still below our fastest on pump gas. Wow. We need this in the runner ASAP. Okay, Jog is very light in the front. Right when I hit that open spot I was talking about, see where the dirt goes down, the crosswind hit, it rips it back. I'm pretty sure that one was like over 70 miles per hour. I honestly started shaking pretty bad once the bike itself was like shaking. It was like doing the worm. All right, let's hit another one and then see if we can't make it home before this bike gets delivered.
Way faster. They were about to hit 70 from that starting point. Wow. All right. I don't think it's a myth.
I think that race gas was not lying on the 2 horsepower game. Definitely, I think disc brakes and wheels might be something that we need to do here in the future for this jog. Kind of felt that for a little bit down there compared to all the other scooters we test on this street. It's like, oh, I thought I heard a 2-stroke. I thought I heard a 2-stroke in the distance over there is my phone. Oh man. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can get home before this guy delivers this bike. Right on time too. Made it. Oh yeah. All right, well, we had a successful try with the race gas here on the jog. The race gas definitely makes a difference on the bike. Our slowest takeoff was still the fastest 0 to 60. You can definitely tell the race gas makes a difference. And with the higher octane, it definitely helps prevent some detonation. So this thing just runs a lot better and sounds a lot better, honestly. You can definitely feel it like in the rev of the bike. I don't think the race gas is necessarily worth it on like your everyday scooter because the cost is just insane. But it's really cool to see that this thing actually makes a difference. And it smells really good too. So in other news, we made it home before our new bike got delivered, but we're not going to show too much of that today. But that is a 4-stroke. I'm sure most of you guys already know what it is, but you'll see that probably here in the next video. We also have the M3 up here on jack stands because we're doing a valve adjustment on this thing, a new valve cover seal, and a bunch of other stuff underneath with like the Guibo and center support bearing and a bunch of stuff going on. So we're a little busy right now, but that is going to do it for this video, boys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you aren't subscribed already. I will see you guys in the next video.